Yeah, come on.
It is the Come On Show with Southside Steve.
Brought to you by Exit Wealth. We are in the Exit Wealth studios right here in lovely Alpharetta. And of course, Jeff and I waking up after a Easter celebration. I don't know what you did, but I can tell you for me, the family came over to our house again. The wife's got the house perfect. Saturday was to get the house ready, and they were all there by 10 a.m. It was kind of a
like an early Easter lunch brunch.
brunch. And, you know, she said, you hold up on breakfast. I'll get the kids going. But they bring in the food. And, they eat the funky stuff, I call it.
Lox.
Yeah, all that. There was a lot of, like, light pink, light beige.
Salmon, right?
Salmon. And it's like not cooked.
Yeah.
Can't do it. And then they're sprinkling over oils, and I think I smelled capers, yeah, all that. And I'm just like, okay, I know, Amanda, you're half Jewish, I get it. And even though my father-in-law is 100%, he doesn't really practice it, but I think he likes the food.
The cuisine is still present.
Yeah, he's got a sister and a brother that are all in, but he just likes the food.
Would that be Nancy? No, not Nancy.
That would be Aunt Alice.
Alice, yeah. She comes up on my suggested Facebook friends.
Just like it. Aunt Alice is sweet. She's also very single, and she got a figure.
Well, I'm telling you, something's going on with my Facebook feed when you see the suggested friends. And I'll click on, if I see someone that looks attractive, a woman, I'd like click on it just to see who it is. How do I know them?
Right.
Now, all of a sudden, it's feeding me. It's like Facebook knows who's attractive and who's not. So now all I see on my suggested friends is like good looking women.
There you go. And that's all you need.
And Alice being one of them.
And Alice is pretty. So you got Alice, never been married. So she's there. And then there's Robert, who's like, I don't know. I think he went to Annapolis. He's a doctor. He's a lot of things, very, very successful. So is my father-in-law. But that all being said, they're all in the house. Uncle Rob is there, and they're cooking. He brought a ham that was cooked just the way I like it, not slick, just kind of dried out. And we're all having ham. They cut the boiled eggs in half, sandwiches. He baked bread. Uncle Rob's like, man, he's on point. And then Amanda done what she done. So it was a good breakfast. And then they bring me what I want from the bagel store. They're eating all these healthy bagels, and they bring the kids the rainbow bagel.
That sounds like food coloring.
It is. But we checked. I know I called Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and he said that these bagels are okay. He said it's just looks. Don't worry. Your kids are okay. I get the French toast bagel, cut that thing in half, put a little bit of butter on it, a little bit of syrup, bam.
That sounds like a lot of sugar.
It is. And then I'm like jamming myself with insulin. So it was that, and we were on the trampoline. We went next door. I did the other show that I do that is on Rumble, and it's called On the Rocks with John Rocker. It's $4.99 a month, and we do 2 sessions, live sessions a month, where only people that subscribe and pay $4.99 a month can get on, and they can ask us anything.
They can ask questions live that you guys talk. It's interactive.
Very much so, and they learn a lot about us. Oh dear God! It's like, Steve, it's always, were the massage parlors real on 96 Rock?
That's your number one question.
No matter where I'm at. I was here in Alpharetta, and I spoke to the Rotary Club, and it was the first question. So it is the one question everybody wants to know, and I'm not going to tell you unless you subscribe, and you too can ask that question again, and I'll tell you the truth. But it's been a lot of fun doing that. But that was my day. What did you do?
Similar. I went to my girlfriend's parents. We had an Easter dinner a little bit later in the afternoon.
Okay.
Had said ham too. Like they had cooked a big ham in the oven, and it was kind of dry, not dry, but a good dry.
I like the good dry.
Not the
It's
slimy.
got juice in it when you buy it, but it's just a little dry to the touch. It's not that like slick where it like reflects light.
Yeah. So a nice dinner, some wine. So I never really celebrated Easter growing up. Didn't go to church, so it's not really a holiday to me. It's just another reason to get together with family and have a few drinks and a nice dinner.
Well, you have no choice but to turn into a Christian, because I'm not letting you go the other way.
What, atheist?
No, atheists would be okay. It's the other way.
Jewish?
No.
Muslim?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't think you have to worry about that.
I'm not letting that happen. I'm watching you,
You
son.
don't, you don't want me to get radicalized?
No, I do not. I do not need you coming in here radical at all. It is the Yeah Come On show, and again, brought to you by Exit Wealth with Ted Jenkins and Justin Farmer, former WSB great, along with Exit Stage Left Advisors. That's Ted Jenkins, Lee Heisman. If you got a small business, boy, people are selling some small businesses right now. I think they see that it's tougher out there and they've built something big, but then there's other people that have challenges. Like young people are part of groups that are buying up businesses and they're just attacking the market in a different way. And they look forward to it, whereas somebody else is like, hey, man, nobody pays cash anymore. I'm done. So if you're done, get 30, 40% above asking price. Contact either Jeff or myself through our DMs.
Slide into our DMs.
See, I don't want to say sliding because everybody says that and it sounds sexual.
Okay, well, I guess maybe from the business side, DM us, direct message us.
Or DM me, baby.
Yeah.
How about if I get weird with it? DM me, baby. Either way, we'll put you in touch with the right people, and that keeps a lovely sponsor on board, which is what we need. Steve MZ, this one we're going to go old school and new school. Hold on to your pants. We'll start old school. I am the same age as what Fulton County Field is and was. It is now torn down. I still walk the earth. But at one point in time, the stadium was built. It was under construction, I think, 63, 64, but it was finished in 65, same year I was born. I literally lived across the street from it in West End for 5 years. I know my parents took me to a couple of games that I don't remember, but back in that day, it was like great logos, the red helmet, the Atlanta Braves, and this radio station.
Oh, look at that. That's like a big billboard.
Is that not
right
awesome?
under the main
Sign.
video, yeah.
So you had the sign at the top, and of course, this billboard was done. You know, it's keep in mind the year. This is in the 80s,
Yeah.
but the sign is 65, and it's got the Falcons logo, the Braves logo. That's all it played there, and then it had their little screen that they put up where they could mention who was coming. They tried to do things outside of sports, occasional concerts.
Yeah.
They did stuff.
Well, you know, the Beatles played there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Beatles played there.
And I did the McDonald's sidekick soccer there.
Oh, yes. I remember that. I don't think I participated, but I remember that being a big thing because I played soccer
Yes.
when I was a kid.
I won the gold medal in 1979 and 1980, which means I was the best in my age group in South Fulton County. So I represented all of South
Wait, was
Fulton
it
County.
like kicking around cones
Yes.
kind of thing? Okay.
There were 5 cones on one side. So it was a squared off area, roped off. I think it was like 20 yards by 20 yards. There were 5 cones on one, 5 cones on the other. And Jeff Kinsler did it with me. He was really good at defense. So I'm like, just post up and block was our strategy instead of 2 guys dribbling. And I said, I'll go after who has the ball. And I just got lucky a lot of times just stopping the pass or getting it from somebody. And then you can shoot from whatever distance. All you're trying to do is knock over the cone. So whoever knocks over the most cones in a time limit wins. Or once you knock over 5, you win.
Yeah, I do remember doing this. I never made it past whatever my local league was in the early 80s, but I remember it being a McDonald's sponsored and those big yellow cones were part of the contest. And then, yeah, you work your way up to the stadium.
Yeah, so it was like South Fulton was me in my age group, and then you had Rockdale County. I remember, and then you had over definitely on the north side. I would have thought it was probably Sandy Springs, your area, and then you had the Cobb group, and everybody kind of came in from Georgia. We all played right there in the stadium, and all of us were just like blown away because like we're stepping on the field at Fulton County.
Yeah. Where did you get this shot here with the 96 Rock?
Right now, there's something circulating. You can find it on social media. Just look up Fulton County Stadium. There's a few videos, and it shows videos of construction being completed, aerial shot, that shot, and it's just a cool video for about 2 minutes put to some music, and it's just all scenes from Fulton County Stadium where Hank Aaron knocked 715. Now it's traced in that parking lot.
Yeah.
Across for Georgia State. Now Georgia State has Turner Field, which in '96 both stadiums still stood for the Olympics. Baseball was held in Fulton County, and then track and field in the other. And then, can you believe both those stadiums now are gone? The Georgia Dome. This is when you know you're old. When you see the Georgia Dome built, you see the Omni go down, you see Phillips come around. Now it's State Farm, and now the Dome's gone.
And then Mercedes is built.
It's nuts. I'm like, good God. But that's a little blast in the past. The other one, we're going to go into the future. We're going into space. We're going to the Artemis II and the View that people are calling the greatest picture of all.
But we've seen pictures like this before, right?
Not shot by a female astronaut, farther away from Earth than any other crew has ever been. It's the distance.
Okay, and I'm already seeing the conspiracy theories about the whole thing being fake.
They're rolling. They're rolling.
So,
it's a little messed up. Your thoughts? You tell me what you think.
I haven't been paying attention to it. I've just been seeing that as they going around the moon, going to the dark side of the moon and back.
Which is awesome. I mean, Pink Floyd, have you seen the Pink Floyd videos now?
No.
They're everywhere with the dark side of the moon. I mean, like, it's definitely done greatness for their record sales.
I keep hearing about this Van Allen radiation belt.
Yeah.
That supposedly you can't go through and survive.
But we got to watch out for that.
So, but that was a big thing about the moon landing conspiracy people is we couldn't get past that radiation belt without living. So how did we do it this time? I don't know.
They've invented what they call the belt stopper. No, I don't know. It's astronauts aboard NASA.
I don't think they can fake this stuff anymore.
Yeah, it's an Artemis II mission, and they're just going around the dark side. And here's the thing. They're going around the opposite side of where we landed, which means we don't get any pictures.
It's how convenient.
Also, telescopes now. We can put a lander on Mars to roam around. Why have we not put a lander on the moon to roam around?
Again, I know that plays into the conspiracy theories. Just like Google, what about Google Maps? You click on Google Maps, you can see your mailbox from the space. Can't they do something like that just to zoom in on the camera or zoom in on the flag?
We have the technology.
And
we're just not doing it.
Okay.
Why would we not want to look at several locations with thousands of footprints and hopefully an American flag still standing along with the bottom part of something that blasted off?
Yeah. And we haven't seen any pictures of that since.
If I don't see pictures soon, I'm going to join the doubters. I am, and you look at Apollo 13's crew. We all remember that. They went the furthest in space, but they could not land on the moon due to a hiccup. Now, that's what gives me hope that it is true.
That was the movie, right? That was the
it's
Tom
based
Hanks
on
movie.
a true story.
Yeah. Is it? Is it based on a true story?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where they went. Did they just disappear and they just, I don't know where they went. All I know is they landed in the ocean. So it is what it is. I don't know how to word it, but right now I do know we're doing a lap around the moon. That's for sure. They're coming back, but they're doing this because they want to land on the moon.
They're preparing for an actual landing. Oh, and then there's a clip going around. One of these Artemis astronauts says, "Yes, this is the first time we've gone to the moon." Or he like slipped and said something like that.
And they're like, "You're so stupid. Shut up." I don't know. It is Steve MZ.
Steve MZ.
Politictainment. Let me tell you, there's so much to talk about. I love the way the president's been talking. This is all brought to you by two great people. I first want to give it to Smalls Sliders. We've got new video coming up. Here's the location. We now know that it will open officially. You get to go through that drive-through yourself and participate right there in Marietta off Windy Hill, just before Cobb Parkway, which is what you can see in that picture. That is the location. It will be April 14th. And we will be there for the grand opening. We'll have a time frame that we're going to be there. We'll let you know. We'll have things that we're going to give away, things you can win. And who knows, Smalls will probably give away a ton of stuff too. But it should be a fun day. I will be wearing my orange. I have my Smalls Sliders shirt.
Oh, I don't have one of those. I'll have to grab one.
Well, you might need to get one of those, Jeffrey. We'll have one waiting on you. But yeah, they're one of the proud sponsors of Politictainment, along with David Markwell. Markwell Therapy. Man, I don't know where you're going to go. I don't know if you're going to talk about people that are dealing with derangement or people that are just not okay.
Or cross-dressing.
Or cross-dressing. Ooh, boy, that's a thing, isn't it? I covered transgender cross-dressing bras last night on a show. Lord have mercy, that's out there. David Markwell of Markwell Therapy is ready to talk to you and get you on the path to just being as sane as you can in this crazy world.
Polydictainment.
Yeah, now that you mention it, we could just talk quickly about Kristi Noem's husband because they did a good job with it on Saturday Night Live over the weekend.
Oh, Lord. I
Making
watched
fun of
some
it.
Saturday Night Live over the weekend.
Yeah, it was Jack Black was the host.
And also, what's her name? Molly was on it from Mike and Molly. McCarthy.
Yeah, Melissa McCarthy she had a cameo.
She just had a cameo.
Yeah, well, because it was Jack Black's 5th time hosting, so they did that whole 5-timers club. And usually when they do that, a lot of famous people come back and make an appearance. Candace Bergen did.
Yeah.
Melissa McCarthy, Tina Fey. That's what they do when they do that 5-timers thing.
I didn't know they did that. And I saw the other guy. So it's Jack Black and Jack White.
Yes.
Yeah, he's white.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pale. he owns it.
But so what? I don't know the whole story, but Kristi Noem's husband, wore these balloon knockers.
Yeah.
Like on camera or on some video chat.
Yeah. I don't know why. I do know there's a market for this kind of stuff for people that are transitioning, and I think it's more for women that want to be men, and it's compression bras that push it down for your A and your B cups. And then they've got some that are feel like you wear, and they're like fake, but they're normal kind of to the touch, and that's for people that want to look like a woman.
Well, does he want to look like a woman or just feel like a woman? I don't know what his motivation is.
Oh, there's a commercial. What was that? Feel like a woman?
Man, I feel like a woman.
Man,
that's
I
a
feel
Shania Twain
like a
song.
Shania Twain. There you go. I knew I'd heard it from somewhere.
That's kind of the funny. But they did a funny bit about that on Weekend Update over the weekend on SNL. But the news today is Trump has given Iran a final deadline of tomorrow, Tuesday,
at 8 p.m.
to Tuesday to make a deal, or they're going to keep hitting some of the bridges and the power plants, the infrastructure.
Did you hear what he called it? He called it Bridge and Power Plant Day.
If they don't do it.
Yeah, he called it that. He goes, if you don't do it, we're going to call it. He goes, then the next day, the very next day, will be Bridge and Power Plant Day, and you won't like it.
Yeah, I already saw they knocked out one bridge that connects Tehran with another big city.
I saw that.
It was like I think of the biggest bridge there. Boom, gone.
Boom, gone.
So more of that if they don't make a deal. Supposedly there's some talking going on now that they want to do a ceasefire, open the Strait of Hormuz right away.
Well, that's what he's asking for.
And then work out the details. So I think he's going to talk today, this afternoon, and give us an update. So it could be a big, beautiful deal, ceasefire happening.
Well, I want the regime change only because I'm not sure the percentage, and you'd have to talk to somebody here that loves America, born in Iran, that escaped, the craziness. Maybe their parents left in the late 70s, or 79 when it all went down, and they've been here. And they've had kids that would be even younger than you and I, and they can speak to it based on what their parents tell them. I just don't know the percentage of people that are on board with the radicals.
I don't either.
Is it 20%? Is it 10%? Or what?
Well, that's what the theory was, that, hey, there's enough people that if we topple the regime, they will take over. And that hasn't quite happened how they wanted it to.
That's what I want. I don't want to see a nicer guy involved. I mean, to me, I'm still upset at 35,000 students or young people that took to the street thinking the regime change was going to happen and then have been murdered.
Yeah.
And that's why if you're on anybody's side over there, you're nuts. They killed 35,000 of their own people in days. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. So I want an overthrow. But that's what I'm.
Well,
I'm
they did also over the weekend. They got some high-ranking military, one of the Iranian military, like the number 3 guy that they've tried to get. That so he's gone too. So they're doing it from the top down.
Did you see what else happened? There was a chick. It doesn't really matter. There's like 3. There's a niece and a daughter of the guy we took out in 2020. He was all in uniform and stuff, and he was a bad guy. Names don't matter because I can't pronounce them anyway. She's been living in L.A., living it up.
Oh, like she escaped.
Oh yeah, but that's still her dad and uncle on the other chick. And dude, they do videos and they're like hanging out. She's like attractive. She's not wearing the outfit, and they have now grabbed her and they're sending her back. I wonder how she'll be received.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Yeah, so look in the news for that. You'll see it. She's working. It shows pictures of her in a blue Hummer and just living the life.
Any bikini shots?
No, I didn't see those. All right, we're going to sports right now as we get Jack Sugar on the line. This is brought to you by North Atlanta Golf Carts. 2 locations. Go in, ask for Craig Riddle. He'll be at one of them. If he's not at yours, get him on the phone and ask for the Yeah Come On deal and get over $500 in cash off of whatever you're looking at. I promise you, you'll get that. Depending on the day, you might get more because he'll be excited. Good morning, Jack Sugar.
Good morning. How are we doing?
Good. We're just talking about your sponsor, North Atlanta Golf Carts. They are located in 2 locations. They have one in Brazelton and one in Beaufort. And Craig Riddle's the guy to ask for. And the Yeah Come On deal is $500 plus off a golf cart. You can't beat that.
You know what? I just repaved my driveway and got a nice little spot to park a golf cart. I might have to hit Craig up.
You know, you might. He has done some paving. How expensive is concrete out there these days?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's told me everything I needed to know. Jack Sugar, my lovely brother-in-law, we missed out. Happy Easter to you. Didn't get to see your face because your little boy Dean was doing some throwy-uppy. Did he throw up again, or is he good?
He's good. Yeah, isolated incident. Family is spared. I think it was cautionary, unfortunately, because I would have loved to spend Easter Sunday with you, Steve.
I know you would have, and it looks to me like you must have fed your kids some bad food, so I blame the mother and the father for making my little nephew sick.
Yeah. I don't know. He was like, crawling around the shower floor, like licking the shower floor. So I think that could have been it.
Well, there you go. I'm making a joke. Of course they feed him properly, Jeff. Don't look that way. This is a wonderful kid, but you're just glad when it's not a stomach bug. Take it away, Jack, because I know our father-in-law is currently at the Masters for a practice round. I don't know where you're going to go because there's Final Four, there's Masters, but take us where we need to go with sports.
Yeah, I mean, I figure I might as well touch on the basketball first because we had some decent games over the weekend. But, I've been saying it since probably the round of 32 that I thought Michigan was the team to beat. And tonight's the night that we see if I'm correct. So Michigan, UConn tonight. Michigan's best player got hurt early in the game against Arizona, but he bounced back and finished the game. So last I heard, he's available, and if he's playing, I don't know how UConn beats Michigan tonight, but I don't know. I think it's just one of those teams that will look back in years and be like, "Yep, all those guys are in the NBA now." So I think they're gonna finish the deal tonight.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I will tell you that I watched that game just to add in, and I saw him get injured, and he comes out there and he's hobbling. He's still hitting 3-pointers. He had a knee brace, an ankle thing. And I think everybody's riding that UConn wave, just hoping that this Cinderella team can do it. But great points, and it all happens tonight, right?
It goes down tonight about 8:45. So Michigan's favored by a touchdown. So Vegas thinks that they're gonna finish the deal, which I tend to agree with them.
Okay.
But yeah, the Masters. It's we passed Easter, and here we go to Augusta, which. It's my favorite golf tournament of the year, and I think it's going to be a good one. Scottie Scheffler has not been playing his best golf this year, so it'll be interesting to see if he can kind of get back on track. It's kind of how last year went. Like he started out slow and then ended up just being Scottie Scheffler. So we'll see if he can return to form. I know Bryson, he was there over the weekend at like the drive, chip, and putt. So he's on the grounds getting ready, and anybody that can overpower that course has a good chance. But I think one of the interesting storylines that I'm keeping an eye on is that, as we know, it has not rained in Georgia. We got some yesterday, but it's been really dry. And that golf course, if it's bone dry, we're going to see a lot of balls rolling off the greens and into water and into little collection points off the green, and it's going to be really tough to score out there. So could be one of those where you see the Masters, Augusta National putting up a little bit of fight against these players.
Yeah. And I agree. I'm hoping it stays that dry. I like to see it where it's like a tabletop. I did play a golf course that my brothers want. Jack's an excellent golfer. He's the only one, like in my group that's ever hit a 72. And you did that at East Lake. So I'm going to give you credit on that, which means you would not have probably made the cut in a golf tournament. But for me, I will praise you and carry you off on my shoulders. That's absolutely nuts. But there is a course I played where we were talking about that being like Masters, like greens, and that's what this golf course is known for. You land on it, you roll off. You putt, you barely touch it, and you go 5 feet by it. It was, and I'm like, God, this is what it's like at Augusta. This is what these guys have to dial in and deal with. And I'm just waiting to be glued to the television and watch this. But you're right, it's a wonderful, wonderful time. And it's the best sports week for me. When you get Final Four and you get the Masters, that's the next best thing to the Super Bowl myself.
Yeah, it's a great thing. And they call those turtle shell greens. You're hitting a golf ball into a turtle shell, which, that's just only the pros can do it. So
it's madness.
It's one of those courses that they make all these courses longer as these guys get better and more powerful and stronger. But Augusta's kind of got its footprint. So, it's different in that they generally can't make it much longer. So it'll be fun to see if the course fights back this week. And then the Braves went out to Arizona, split against the Diamondbacks. Once again, the offense. They scored 17 runs, I think, on Friday night.
Jeez.
So that was awesome. But then we kind of get into the back of our pitching rotation, and those guys are having a little bit of a tougher time, and the offense just going to have to keep propping them up until we piece together our pitching staff through as the year kind of comes into form. So I think as long as we can manage this initial storm here and then start to get some healthy arms back in the rotation, it's all about peaking at the right time. You don't need to be peaking in April. So we'll just keep kind of playing steady baseball, not get too far behind, and then once we get into the second half of the season, get into dog days of summer, hopefully we'll start to show form.
Yeah, come on. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, and we all do, and we're kicking it off. This is the beginning of the week. It's a big sports week. Jack will be back on with us Friday. We look forward to talking to you then.
Sounds good, and we'll have a Masters update come Friday. So this has been Jack Sherg with Yeah, Come On Sports.
Come on! Sports.
All right. Well, now I'm looking and I'm like, The Rockin' Taco will bring you music, and they just brought us music, and we've got a new Rockin' Taco date that the Yeah Come On Show will be out, and it'll be the first week into May.
Yeah, May 7th, right? And it's going to be a Thursday night again?
It'll be a Thursday night. We're always there on Thursday nights. The weekends are slammed. We're trying to build a Thursday night and turn it into a 3-day powerhouse.
Yeah, we're kicking off our weekends on a Thursday like we did back in the 90s.
That's it. To me, Thursday was the Friday.
Yeah.
Friday was almost a day of rest.
Yeah,
Thursday was party night.
Get ready for Saturday.
Yeah, if you didn't go into work with a hangover or not feeling good on a Friday, it's almost like you did something wrong.
Yeah.
And then you let the amateurs go out Friday night while you rest. And then Saturday, we all come together.
But the next Thursday event for us at Rockin' Taco will be May 7th, and I'm looking forward to this. It's the Police Tribute Band.
It is.
And you sent me a picture. You met the guy that plays Sting.
I did.
Last week, and you sent the picture to me, and I was like, okay, this tracks.
It does.
So this is going to be a hard one to do because the Police are a little more complicated than your average metal tribute band. Like the Police are a little more, I'm interested to see the guitar player, too, because that's going to be difficult to emulate.
Wow, that's cool when you look at bands that are very tough to do a tribute or a genre band, including because they are a little more complicated? Are they just different types of
Oh,
musicians?
just,
that sound-
just a little more complicated musically, not just power chords like a Motley Crue or a Kiss. You know what I mean? Or even Skinner to some degree. They're pretty straight up blues, hard rock and roll.
This
but
is
the
different.
Police is a little more jazzy influence, kind of like Steely Dan. Those are a little bit harder for tribute bands to really, if you really want to do it right. And as you
And
know,
I think they do.
I have a minor in tribute band theory. And I've never seen a Police one, so this will be my first one. Synchronicity is the name.
Yeah,
right? Okay.
Synchronicity, and like I said, I met the lead singer. He looks like Sting, and I'm looking forward to that one as well. And to me, I'm thinking, are the Cars another hard one to do?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it's really so I have to listen to you with your education.
Yeah.
That this will be the tough. So I'm assuming they perform it perfectly, and it's worth the watch.
Yeah.
Tickets are on sale now. You can go to the Rockin' Taco, ROCKNTACO .com. Get your tickets early and get yourself a place. Get VIP tickets or get tickets in the Rolling Stone Room, which is where you saw us do our show on Friday.
Yeah, we'll do it again. The same thing. We'll do it again before they play on this Thursday night. Will be our Friday show. Yeah, great place. I can't wait.
I'm looking right now for a great song. I know you're probably leading me towards a Police song, but I'm just wanting to do something a little different, a little fun for this starting off of Easter.
Okay.
And I'm looking at some music, and I love the deep cuts, and I love the things that people haven't heard in a long,
That's what track 13 is all about.
It really is. And I'm looking at Aldo Nova. But everybody knows Life is Just a Fantasy.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't know Monkey on Your Back.
Okay.
I don't have to do it.
No, we did that on Fox FM once.
We did. And then I had heard some Asia, and I was doing like old school Heat of the Moment. That was running through my head. And, these are just songs that I've listened to as of late. So then I go, Then I remember The Call. That has kind of an alternative feel to it.
Well, okay, I could do a Call song.
Yeah, so you could.
Because, they originally did I Still Believe.
Yes, they did.
The one from that Tim Capello does in Lost Boys.
Yes.
It's originally done by The Call. The other song is the da 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 da. What's the name of that? That's The Call, right?
Yeah.
The Walls Came Down.
The Walls Came Down is that song. And I actually heard the Smithereens. I haven't heard that.
Oh, I love the Smithereens. Yeah, my Frustrated Rockstar partner, Justin, that's his favorite band.
Is it?
Oh, 100%.
All right. Well, I like the Smithereens.
Okay, and you can do any Smithereens song.
Okay.
For that matter, for
we'll
track
come
13.
We'll come up with a good one. I've got several. So your surprise is clicking after you listen to this show and hearing yourself a good Smithereens. Maybe A Girl Like You.
Yeah, so gonna do A Girl Like You. Yeah, it was probably their biggest song, one of their biggest songs. But that band they never really broke through completely. So we'll end the show there with track 13. You can watch the video. Link is in the description. It is the Smithereens, A Girl Like You on the Come On Show.